there's a stereotype that only thin teenage girls suffer with eating disorders, and that you can tell from a quick glance at her waistline just how bad her disorder is. And see, what's wrong with this stereotype is that it assumes, on the one hand, that every thin teenage girl spends her time curved over the toilet bowl, throwing up whatever little she's eaten. And see, that's just an issue in itself, because it completely ignores the existence of binge eating disorder, where one can eat and eat feeling so out of control of themselves without going on to perform the purge that we commonly hear about when eating and disorder are placed side by side in the same sentence, but I digress. What's wrong with this stereotype is that it assumes, on the one hand, that every thin teenage girl spends her time curved over the toilet bowl, throwing up whatever little she's eaten. So should one of these thin teenage girls develop an eating disorder, well, there's little incentive for her to get some help, because, hey, that's just what's expected of a thin teenage girl. And on the other hand, what's wrong with this stereotype is the group which it's made its subject, ignoring the fact that around 25% or more of sufferers are male, making it all the more difficult for a guy to open up, because he doesn't want to be assessed to be acting like, quote, a silly anorexic girl, unquote. Yes, those words were actually said. 1.25 million people in the UK suffer from an eating disorder. And on average, it takes someone 95 weeks to recognize that they could actually be a sufferer. That's 95 weeks they'll go without the support of people that care. Let's not make it longer by letting unhealthy stereotypes prevail. Let's stop looking at the outward appearance, because that's not where the problem starts. The physical signs, be they tiredness, abdominal pain, swelling of the hands and feet, they're just the produce of unhealthy thoughts that have taken control within. It's these thoughts that are fought against on the road to recovery. The conquering of these thoughts bring victory. So each time you and I choose to remove the barrier that believing in an inaccurate stereotype creates, that's one less obstacle someone on the road to recovery will have to face.